Welcome back to another episode of The Architect.
Going right to work up top. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The offense changing the play. To the air on second down. Working that left side. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Finds the tight end. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. They'll run it from the gun. Carrying the ball with an edge and hammering his way to the 40. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Working that left side now. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the gun, the give, looking for room. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine.
Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Quarterback on the keeper. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Setting up the screen. Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2. And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag.
They were going to call a flag on me, regardless.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Fresno State will have to punt. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a legitimate chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Shotgun snap on third down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Fresno State will have to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Not able to pop the big return, but they got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession.
I recruited that kid that I just knocked out. He's a really good wide receiver. All right, Washington came to play.
Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Catch in the middle, it's Graves. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. From the gun, the ground game. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. To the air on first down. Quickly complete. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. Motion from the back. Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield on first down. Works the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's third and long from the 28. Looking to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Right down the road. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Wants to go up top on first down. Got the back over the middle. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Smith. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got his man. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. He boomed it through a 50. to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out route. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He wants to change this route. Wants to throw again. Throws for the tight end. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now facing a 3rd and long. Going for the big play. And they took a shot on
They just let him go.
It's incomplete. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. He boomed it through a 50-yard. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life.
Jesus Christ.
Post back at the 35. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Trying to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Caught over the middle. It's Graves. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fellow just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Gets it out quickly. There he goes. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
Snagged in the middle. It's Graves. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Fresno State right back to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now. Get ready for another one.
Looking to throw on first down. A shot toward the end zone. It was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
I think the QB wants that one back. You know, you're down here in the red zone, tighter areas, hard enough to fit it in, but definitely not wanting to fit it in against double coverage, and he misses, and probably a good miss because that could have been worse.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. The throw to the outside is complete. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful.
Got enough space, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Fresno State.
And that's a nice job selling it by the offense, dropping back, making it look like it's pass. That running back slipping out of the backfield, throwing him the football, getting it.
Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. send the tight end in motion. To the air on first down. And the defense making a play, getting a hand.
That guy's a pretty good corner.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game.
I missed the timing.
The underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within...
Snags it.
Dot.
Touchdown, Fresno State. And that one will give them the lead.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this.
Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. With jet sweep pass. Finds his way for 3 after the 33. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Lost one deep down the right side. And he'll prove it in inside the 20. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot.
Touchdown Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points. You can see it on the sideline. They built a comfortable fourth quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter.
Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. From the shotgun, the inside give. Past the sticks, and he may get more. He's now up to 64 yards on the ground, and he is well within striking distance of a 1,200-yard rushing season. They'll they'll give it to him again. Oh, he's got some space. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the fourth quarter and close in on 11 straight victories.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed.
Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and nice job getting him to the ground.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Working that wide receiver screen. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Fresno State. And the pummeling has started. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Turning it on. He's at touchdown, Fresno State. And the stomping has commenced. They are ever closer to win number 10 on the season.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Looking downfield on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. Bring in the heat. A third down try for the offense. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. On target to the left. He gets inside the 40 to the 39, but he is still well short of that first down marker. It'll be fourth down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. Splits the uprights from... Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
The offense will quickly use a timeout. From the 22 on 1st and 10. run the option. He'll toss it. There he goes. Headed to the end zone. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
And the offense takes control of this football game. But I'll tell you what, this offense doesn't wow you at every position. They've got some good players. They find a way to put drives together. They find a way to...
Great game.
A lot of points. They always talk about having to chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
And it's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And man, we saw that here today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis.
Willie Bacon. We got that 4-star corner. Let's go. 4-star wide receiver from Fresno. Trayvon Alden. Left edge out of Fresno. Quabina Agban. No way. Can't say it. We're going to call him Aggie. All right, 10 tackles and a pick. That boy went crazy. Started miking them boys up. All right, we got UCF coming for our 3:30 game. They done dropped us to 5th in the country, bro. Like, Jesus. I don't know why they keep dropping us. I won back-to-back natties. They got to have some, like, faith in me. All right, so we got this guy. I mean, if you want to go to Washington, go to Washington. I just cooked Washington. And my running back had a really big game. So you want to go to Washington, go to Washington. I'm about to take him off the list. He's good. We're going to have a really good recruiting class. I don't know if it'll be top 5, but it's going to be better. All right, so that's it for this episode of The Architect. Join us for the next episode for the regular season finale against Central Florida.